Hey guys, it's Aych, and CD Projekt Red has been kind enough as to let me in to their not actually so public test realm. And it's been awesome. I've been getting to preview all the things that are coming in open beta this week, and boy is the Gwent community in for a treat. So, one of the first decks I wanted to play was Millfgaard. It was one of my favorite decks. I played it to top 16 in the Challenger with reasonable success. I actually milled a lot of Scoia'tael, and that was fun. And it is still fun. It might even be a little more fun now. So, the main addition to this deck from the new patch is Avallac'h. He's no longer a monster spy. He is now a neutral draw 2 cards for both players card, which is decent in most decks. But when the first Avallac'h draws 2 cards for both players, and the second renews Avallac'h only draws 2 cards for you, that's pretty good. A 10 strength double spy, and you're not giving any of that 10 strength to your opponent, you're keeping all of that to yourself. Another huge addition to this deck has been the change of Aych. So one of the problems that Millfgaard previously exhibited was that it sometimes milled their opponent, but often also milled themselves. And now Aych not only shuffles your opponent's cards into their deck, but can instead, or in combination, shuffle any combination of 2 cards from either graveyard into the respective decks. And it's awesome because it stops you from getting milled out. I was previously running Theory Dash, you'll see that in some of the gameplay videos, but I found that I just wasn't milling myself because this lovely lady and her lovely cat and her lovely magic coming out of that portal in her premium. Premium is actually amazing. It's so good. That's going to be one of the first premiums I craft. Anyway, some of the changes, other changes. Renew can also resurrect your opponent's cards, which is awesome. If things haven't quite worked out, you can still get some value from that. Treason no longer pulls spies. As you may notice, I'm not running a Cantorella in this list, and pulling emissaries wasn't even that good before. But now, Treason plays the bottom card of your opponent's deck, and usually that's comboed with our friend the Theseus, the premium, to put a really good card on the bottom of the deck and then treason it. But here is just an extra card out of our opponent's deck, means an extra card they get to play with, because we're gonna mill all of them. So, without any further ado, let's get to the games.
Onward, sons of Nilfgaard!
Time to play my second favorite deck in the game against my favorite deck in the game. Specifically, Mill versus Brand Discard. Both decks have gotten some help in the recent patch, although this hand is no help. Let's figure this out though. We'll get rid of the Rotosa for maximum blacklist value. We really want our valuable golds and silvers to mill him early. And then we can get rid of one of these Emperors. I don't think we need 3, and we can always grab them. And Nausicaa, once again, can always be grabbed for emissary, and it's Avallac'h, one of the best new enablers for this mill deck. So what he does is he draws 2 cards for both players, essentially. And that's always a very good thing to do in a mill deck. So we'll start off with some emissaries. I believe we want to hit a Rotosa, so where do we want to place these guys? We'll put them in the back row for now, just because the back row can be easily blocked with priestesses if a Rotosa does go there. And we'll shove the cow in the middle row. Okay, now the emissaries are agile, so you have a world of possibilities before you. Ooh, milling himself. I believe that's what this deck does best. We'll see what he gets rid of. Probably a Morkvarg on 2 Raiders, maybe an Olgierd somewhere in there too. Or this could be a Queensguard version as well. Like, there's so many possibilities on the PTR, no one really knows what's best. Skirmishes. Excellent. Good choice too. Or, I guess he doesn't have the Lugos to discard it, because that's a pretty good combo. I think for now we'll just put down an Emperor, catch up on value a little bit, make sure we can beat him in 1 card. We don't really have a mill target yet. We want to mill the priestesses or the ships, Or I guess the pirate captains if one of them comes out early. Rather than the... I guess we could mill the raiders. But, given that he only discarded one, he might have one or more in hand as well. And we ideally want to mill something he plays from hand, because that makes it less likely he has something, more of those cards in hand. At least a little less. Let's see. I mean, yeah, Sways is actually not, like, actually that amazing against this deck. Just because, with all the cycling it does, it usually draws all of its bronze cards anyway. So here we're gonna go for another Emissary.
A shame I have no time.
Nausicaa or Combat Engineer? Nausicaa. Definitely. Small power, and we actually get over his value. Also, he interesting, running double skirmishes. Which he hasn't actually resurrected yet, so he's gonna have priestesses, but we can just squeeze these guys here. Let's see how many he has. 0! 0. What an unfortunate target. That's fine. Well, I guess he just has more in hand. That's fine. We'll whack around it.
Discipline. That is what you focus.
Get another Emperor Brigade. We're still winning. He's not running the ships variant, so he doesn't have as much of a tempo option. And if we win this round, like this more quark power doesn't really matter that much. Also, if we mill him, nothing really matters that much. We don't have a priestess target for this reason, so I don't want to activate that quite yet. But I think we're gonna just keep going on this Great Emissary train. And this time we're gonna put it on the front row, just because if we kill that Emissary and then find the Rotosa, that would be pretty good. Also, we can just shove the Rotosa on the back row now, and kill the Emissary with something like a decoy. Maybe even the Jean Calvi.
Yalmar on crates coming.
Ooh, Yalmar! That's an interesting inclusion. I guess this guy's better now, he gets affected by weather too. So I do believe we just decoyed this guy. This is a huge power swing because killing it again gains its power again, so it's now 16-point bronze.
Modron Freyr is patient, but she brooks no insult.
Yeah, I guess he can block it with a priestess, that's fine. That's fine though. What do we have in our graveyard? Just decoy. So we'll go for a Siri Dash.
Yield and save me some time.
Just to get it back into our deck. And grow in power, and it's a good card to play. Thunder, sure. That's not too much tempo. Let's go with our friend Jean Calvi. Of course, John can also draw something that buffs these guys, so it's going to be could be quite a lot of tempo. Also, we're drawing Renew soon. Which could actually be now if we play the Avallac'h. Also, we assume we don't have a Scorch because these are quite well lined up, let's just say. Let's go for the Combat Engineer. And we'll keep this guy, because he could... I'm not sure if Coral can Coral the Mel Arrow, but he could do that, theoretically, if that's possible now. He could also do that, and that would prevent good things from happening. So I believe now we want to play Avallac'h, and then see what he plays and then pass. That sounds good.
At last.
This is so much mill, like, actually. And if we need to, we can tie the round with one card, which is not actually that bad for us. Even though we do waste the Outbreak ability, he should have a little bit more discarding going on.
Let's not get in the way of me axe.
Do we go for a treason? I guess we can wait on the treason. And we'll just pass now. See what he has. And of course we have lots more drawing cards in these two cards, and he should have lots more discard. Or at least a little bit more discarding. We'll see, though. This is a different variant from the deck I'm running. It once again focuses a little more on buffing the board mark. But the combat engineer, while points don't matter in this round, it allows us to overtake him like very quickly. So that's pretty good skill for us. So what can we get back with our friend? Cancel. With our friend Athire. Yes, that. I actually really like this hand. It's really nice. And what can we do?
Gods won't be pleased.
Oh, he's playing the Udor. That's fine. We'll just. What do we do? Well, he's down to 2 cards in hand, so we're in a fairly good position here. Let's just say his card advantage gives us points, and our card advantage in the form of Avallac'h coming soon gives us points also. So very nice. We'll treason now just before he runs out of cards in his deck. And what was it?
Discipline. That is what you folk lack.
Oh, Alza's double cross. I see. That's not actually a very good card to mill,
Save me some time.
but it's fine. We're okay with milling that. So now I believe we want to Asaya, because that's the worst card. The card that's the best for us to play right now. It's not the worst card in our deck, but it allows us to put cards back for the next round. So we'll play that.
Yes? What is it?
And we can put back. We can actually put back emissaries into his deck, which is a questionable proposition. So I'm not gonna do that. But we're definitely gonna put back a decoy into our deck, and also a rot tosser, sure. Yeah, this is pretty good. Like he's 1 card up, like with the Siri and this Udoric, but he really isn't. This is a 2 card spy. If you remember Gwent from The Witcher 2, and I believe Avallac'h was a pretty good spy in that. He's gonna be a pretty good spy in this version too. Don't you worry. And he's gonna have some good setup with whatever he's doing in his hand. But I think we're fine with that. And whatever. Nilfgaard comes back. His best friend. We are also surprisingly fine with that. Houses. Decoy. Double outbreak. See, like, our hand is right now full of positive value spies. It's great. So we're gonna start out with the most positive. And that's gonna be the Avallac'h. And we're gonna clash.
You will see it.
And we're gonna clash so well that we're gonna win. Thunder, sure. Medic, sure. Ooh, champion of champions. Champion, not very good. He probably has a Siggy, just because Siggy's a good card to run. Oh, can be. You know what counters can be? Because I believe... Yeah, handles doesn't kill gold units. So this gold unit is pretty neat with this can be. I'm not exactly sure what my opponent is planning to do here, but I think we're fine. We're definitely fine. Time to play some more mill. Ethne is our opponent. Let's see if we can mill Ethne in this new patch. We have only a few of our silvers. Well, we have 4 of our silvers, but none of our golds. We really do want to get our golds as early as possible. So let's go for the most black listing value possible. And that will be on a Rot Tosser, actually. It could have been Nausicaa too, and it will be. And I don't think we want to mulligan the renew, because we'll get a gold eventually. So I think for our last mulligan, we'll get rid of the medic. And we get a Siri dash. Which is not the best goal to resurrect with Renew, but it works. It's a little bit of anti-synergy going on here.
Peace with humans? I buy that.
Also, our opponent really enjoys Dragoons. Do we mill them now? Probably also has... I guess we can mill twice. Yeah, I guess we'll go for it.
Come on, stalkers.
Let's see if we're luckier than last game. Well, we got 1. That is luckier than last game. Last game I got 0 and lost somewhat narrowly.
You'll regret your mum ever squirted you out.
So he does have first lights. And we can also mill that. We want to decrease his brain value if that's what he's going for.
Come on, stalkers. We ride.
Also only 1, that's where he used the first light to get it. Probably has another one in his hand. But we saw he only had 4 units he could buff. And therefore that was still a good mill target.
You'll regret your mum ever squirted you out.
Oh, fuck. Screw this. No, don't worry. This is fine. We're going to go for an emissary into a Great
Your
Rot
Excellency. I'm
Where's my
falling
Great
behind.
Rot It's gonna be so great. We also do have to play a little bit around the Scorch. So we could just go for a Nausicaa here, because the Scorch or an Igni on the front row would be questionable. But I think that's fine. I think we'll be able to get either a Rotwasser or another
That's
emissary
what
from
you
this one
folk
to
lack.
overtake Swedes. Let's see what our opponent does next. With his triple 6 on the back row, setting up for
Look what the were
everything perfectly. Oh, Fireball Trap. Do we want to... I think that's honestly fine.
Your humble servant.
Like, it doesn't actually do that much damage. Can we Vicar something useful? No, but we should Nausicaa, because this Fireball Trap will go off, and it'll make these 7s, which disables my opponent's Scorch and Igni. Because of this 9 Nausicaa Brigade. Pro plays, right here. He is trying to do some kind of scorching, but we're gonna be doing some kind of tossing. Let's see if he has an answer for that.
Yield and save me some
He
time.
has a Siri for that. And he also has a Roach, which is, like extremely unlucky. It was a 1 of 3. It was pretty unlucky. So we do want to win with 1 card here just because of the Siri. And he's gonna go to -4, so we need 10 points. So we can go for an Asa. Or it's probably just better to go for Jean Carvey. Who knows, we might even get a Thunder for that Roach.
Emir's mistakes.
So we can go for a Thunder. Or we can go for Avallac'h. Now we'll get Avallac'h next round. And we'll kill the Roach. And if he passes, this will go off and we will win. And only 1 card down. So that will be all fine and dandy. Let's say something. What does Imlera say
Look what
now?
the were dragged in.
He says, watch this. Is my opponent gonna watch? Exactly what I wanted to say in that situation. Exactly. Also, we have a Fireball Trap. We might want to do something about that. It's doing another 6 points, so it's not too bad, and we can't... I guess we can just use our Orcs here.
Sometimes I've had about enough.
And we can kill the Emissary for whatever reason. I would have rather him gotten a Roach for us to lock, but this is still fine.
We'll win.
Of course he's Scorching. He's
Humans
Scorching
have no
Emperor, I
place
guess.
in Broccolon.
Oh, he's first lighting, helping us know.
Never had your
Perfect.
kneecaps broken.
And we could probably just pass here. Yes. That's fine. He's down one card, his theory doesn't activate, he's used his leader power. Well, which is very important because of the Saskia. Also, we can always get something with Renew now that Saskia and Ciri are in his graveyard. They're not good targets, but they're targets. Also, I'm interested whether we want to keep this Combat Engineer. Because we don't really have many good targets for it. So I think we'll get rid of it. And we can always get rid of it again.
We were not the ones to start.
Oh, good Combat Engineer target incoming. So what do we play here? I think we do play the Avallac'h just because this will allow us to completely mow our opponent next round with the Renew. And even if he passes, this is still a reasonable hand.
Dream.
And it gets a lot of power out of bronzes. This Ciri dash is looking questionable in this deck right now, but I think it's fine. So now we do want to go for an emissary over the Ciri dash.
Please wait, Your Excellency. I'm falling behind.
I believe Vico gets us an emissary. Yep, we killed one last round, so let's do that.
My prescription, a bit of bloodletting.
Of course, still putting... let's get the locked one, for variety.
Please wait, Your Excellency. I'm falling behind.
And we do grab the Combat Engineer, which allows us to make a low tempo play that will carry on a lot of points to the next round. And low tempo plays are fine because our opponent play the Spy. I am a little bit worried that these Emperor Brigades and this Nausicaa Brigade might not have too many targets because we only have one Vico medic left to get an emissary out. But they could also combat my opponent's Fireball traps, for instance. Coming from the Trappers. Well, that Trapper art looks really cool. Somewhat laggy, but really cool. We'll see what our opponent does, whether he decides to pass at this key junction in the game. Does my opponent decide to do nothing? Excellent. Don't think that's necessarily bad. I don't know what he's doing, but whatever. Let's play Nausicaa Brigade.
It came in me.
That's the least useful card for the next round. It's only 5 points as opposed to 6. Our opponent's back, that's fine. Points don't even matter this round, so... We're fine. Is there anything we want to Asa back? We can get back like a Squeeze and a Decoy. And what can we put back for him? We can put back First Light.
never miss.
So I guess he's setting up for some kind of scourge, so we should Asa here.
Yes? What is it?
And for him... we can put back 2 emissaries, and I think we want to maximize our chance of drawing something like Tibble. And we'll pass the round. Winning. I'm not actually sure if it's correct to put 2 emissaries back, but I think it's funny. So we'll do it for that reason, because it does let him still have card advantage over us at the end of the game. Oh, well, okay, it activates our treason. It's exactly what we want. We'll get rid of the Syndra. Hopefully getting a Tibble. An Outbreak could get a Tibble. Let's go for a treason. Oh. Ciara.
An ill wind blows.
One of the only reasonable cards remaining in his deck. See, it combos with this perfectly. Oh, Rotosa. Yeah, Aglace is a very good card right now. I love it. So good. Let's go for an Outbreak.
I live to serve.
Oh, we have our own Rotosa. And he has his very own emissary. Which is, like, excellent. It's like an excellent emissary. And we should be able to get back our... What's his face?
Your humble servant.
Where is he? Avallac'h.
A shame I have no time.
Oh, my opponent milled himself. Time to get back. See, emissaries was correct. He just gave us 4 points. Let's go for an Avallac'h. And then hopefully hit the Tibor. There's a Tibor. Yeah, hey. 2 cards and 10 points. That's a pretty good card. Ah, I received a good game before my opponent forfeited. I guess they changed things so that, like, things actually play out. So you get to see what happens. That's pretty good. Pretty fun deck.